After my second child was born, I was struggling with postpartum depression. I contacted one of my family members in regards to how I was feeling and what I was going through. Instead of them helping me and giving me advice, they, reported me, and I was then Baker acted. And after I was Baker acted, about 12 hours in, they made me sign my rights over to one of my family members. It was too overwhelming for her, and she decided to give my children to foster care because she didn't know what else to do. To get them back, I had to secure the case plan and find employment, and I had to find housing. I had nothing to really give, and I didn't have that much money for an apartment, so I did have to go to a shelter where I could be able to build my money and get on my feet so that I was able to get that apartment for the boys. Shortly after my children were reunified with me and came home, I did lose my job not even a week later because of my availability and how everything was kind of spiraling downhill. I was feeling very lonely, and I was feeling like I had worked so hard to get them back, all to really have nothing. I was talking to case management, and they saw what I was going through, so they had reached out to Foster Village, and Foster Village reached out to me, and it was amazing because I didn't think I would be able to have a shoulder to lean on, but in that moment I realized I could because they were there for me. One of Foster Village's volunteers had delivered a welcome package to my apartment, which was God-sent because in that moment of time in my life I really needed it. And when I opened everything up, the boys were so happy to see what was given to us. It was so much stuff, more than what was asked for, and I was just so appreciative at that time, and I was so happy to know that I had someone to rely on in that moment. I then started to develop a relationship with Casey and Heather, and they reached out to me one day, and I wasn't okay. I wasn't able to find work, and so I was going through a lot. They told me about a job fair event, and so they went alongside with me at this job fair event, so for moral support, for me to feel comfortable, and it was amazing. I really did feel like I was gonna be able to land something. Anything I told her that I needed, this woman sent to my front door, and I didn't even have to blink an eye or do anything over my phone. She did it all for me, and it was just such a blessing. I'm so thankful for Foster Village and the friends that I now have, and when I go through these challenges, I know that I'm not alone.